Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for the Southwest Airlines case study analysis that me and my group have been working on for the past 8 weeks. We recommend that Southwest Airlines updates their mission statement to state Southwest Airlines seeks to deliver safe and expensive national and worldwide flight services, helping to build satisfying encounters for our numerous clients. We devote ourselves to the persistent practice of the distinction in customer service through enhanced knowledge and provision of hospitality, sociability, individual dignity, and company spirit. The togetherness and dedication of our workers offer an ideal atmosphere for the teams to exhibit their skills and develop a unique and specialized development capabilities. In addition, the airline is dedicated to financial accountability, stability, and to create a conducive, non-threatening work atmosphere for our workers. And we also propose a revamped vision statement that states the world's most loved, most efficient, and most profitable airline. This slide, we can see our internal factor evaluation, which shows that Southwest Airlines demonstrates a larger list of strengths to include being on the largest domestic passenger airline industry and one of the top most successful nonstop direct flight airlines. But with the rise in cost and fuel, Southwest Airlines is also experiencing more operational expenses and costs. On this slide, we can see the external factor evaluation matrix, which lists the opportunities and threats of Southwest Airlines. The opportunities include the continued expansion of global air travel, which includes partnerships and technical collaborations to enhance growth prospects. And it also includes the negative changes and uncontrollable and unforeseeable effects from the COVID-19 pandemic, which have also had a massively negative impact on fuel prices and other costs. Now, this leads me to the Boston Consulting Group matrix. The report shows that the travel demand grew in quarter two and strong demand continues to grow in the third quarter of 2022. Southwest Airlines continues to witness strong traveler bookings, revenues, and loading factors. Booking for Southwest Airlines remains steady and strong, also with an agreement with cyclical prospects in the third quarter of 2022. With non-expiring flight credits, the new Wanna Getaway Plus loyalty program has recently announced funds to improve Wi-Fi and provide greater storage compartments for head-over bins. Travel will be more accessible and comfortable for passengers. I recommend that Southwest Airlines starts to develop a new service or amenity for their loyalty customers. I highly recommend that they start doing this to obtain the first mover advantages. I recommend that Southwest Airlines starts instigating full functioning Wi-Fi on all flights that is accessible through the entire term of their flight, meaning from when they board the plane, from when they get off the plane. No more waiting around for the pilot to take off to say that now you can take out your phones. And also, no more airplane mode is going to be necessary. This would allow for the airline to take advantage of first mover. This will allow them to launch aggressive promotions and secure and sustain their competitive advantage. First mover advantages will also give Southwest Airlines the opportunity to build a widespread positive and popular reputation amongst passengers. This will give them power of costing over flights while they can still maintain providing low-cost airfare and still being the most lovable airline. This also will give them new amenities and distribution channels. On top of that, it gives them first access to patents to new technologies, which will help offset any other top competitors from stealing their ideas. An aggressive strategy move like this would not only increase customer loyalty, but also gain first access to rare resources and make replication from others difficult. Overall, Southwest Airlines is in a financially strong position and is growing steadily. I highly recommend this strategy for them, mainly because they can get a head start out on innovative competition, lock down core providers and primary distribution channels, and convert any adapters and tie up long contacts. Now this leads me to the EPS and EBIT analysis. From this analysis, we can see that the best way to increase earnings per share is by financing through debt rather than issuing more stock. This is because interest paid on debt is tax deductible, while lenders' expected returns are lower than shareholders. In EBTIT projecting, the pessimistic forecast shows the debt financing is the better option than the common stock financing. The 17-21 combination of debt and stock illustrates that this is a better option than common stock financing. Southwest Airlines should utilize debt financing under pessimistic value to raise capital and to fund the airline's expansion, especially if they want to grow internationally and start having regions and other airports globally. From the projected financial statements, we wanted to calculate the amount that is necessary to borrow in the year of 2022 for the income statement, and the period that we are using to present this period. The sales are forecasted variables such as operating costs, interest, and also income taxes. The forecasting model that displays is the percent of sales approach. That we made many assumptions for the prediction, including that sales would increase by at least 25% in the next year, with taking into account our first mover advantage strategy. Therefore, the corporations of cost of goods to sales would remain unchanged and unbothered. The second position that the operating expense as a percentage of sales would stay constant, and that the interest rates on the bank loan and long-term debt would be 7 and 9% respectively. Additionally, the tax rate would stay the same, and profit before taxes was 21%, but we averaged them out to be 24%. The receivables were based on the DSO due to the lack of information needed to forecast to determine the appropriate information values. Most of the balance sheet elements were kept constant. Based on the percentage of sales, the estimate value for prepaid expenses and other current assets were computed. In conclusion, Southwest Airlines is a strong and financially sound company. Although it does have a few problems it needs to address to be more successful. The U.S. airline industry is very competitive, and Southwest will need to continue to innovate and expand in order to meet customer needs. Expanding into the international market will help set Southwest apart from many of its U.S. domestic-based competitors. If Southwest follows the plan outlined, it should see a great return on investment, shareholder value, and a considerable increase in profits, as well as market share. Thank you so much for coming, and have a good day.